Building a multi-site network requires acquiring isolated, diverse infrastructure. For years, getting that infrastructure online has been a notoriously slow process. That delay represents the hidden tax of legacy SEO hosting. Between the moment you paid and the moment your network went live, a human technician acted as a bottleneck. Assigning diverse IPs required cross-referencing spreadsheets, manually running server commands, and updating billing databases by hand. Relying on manual data entry for network architecture resulted in deep support queues, human error, and unpredictable deployment times. A standard multi-IP order typically sat in a queue for 20 to 60 minutes before going live. The industry is moving away from that manual model. The new standard relies on event-driven infrastructure orchestration. With the technician removed from the loop, multi-IP deployments have dropped from an hour down to exactly 60 to 90 seconds. This orchestration mathematically guarantees IP range diversity and enables servers to scale without downtime. Modern SEO infrastructure management prioritizes instant, isolated deployment over the traditional support ticket queue. Every regional registry is facing a steady, well-documented exhaustion of IPv4 addresses. The scarcity is so severe that the RIPE Network Coordination Center now restricts members to a single /24 allocation, limiting providers to just 256 addresses at a time. Providers often issue contiguous blocks, where every IP address shares its first 3 octets exactly. But this defeats network isolation. Algorithms easily group these addresses together, tagging the entire stack as a single footprint. Infrastructure-level analysis reads identical third octets as a single entity, not as diverse independent nodes. Real isolation requires a diverse pool of addresses accumulated over years, rather than bought on demand. A genuinely isolated multi-IP network pulls its addresses from over 1,300 unique, fragmented Class C ranges distributed across global infrastructure. Real network security relies on securing mathematically disparate Class C ranges that evade algorithmic grouping. Examining the workflow required to assign these diverse IPs to a live server reveals the efficiency of the new model. In the legacy pipeline, a cleared payment generated a manual support ticket that simply sat in a queue. Once assigned, a technician hand-picked IP addresses from a spreadsheet inventory, visually checking to ensure the octets didn't overlap. Finally, they manually ran the server commands and attempted to reconcile the records across 3 completely disconnected systems. This flowchart maps out the orchestrated pipeline. Now, a paid order instantly raises an automated system event loop. The platform instantly executes a Class C check, verifying that no 2 selected IPs share a third octet before making a final allocation. The system then provisions the account and writes the exact records to the server in seconds. Bare metal dedicated servers remain the single exception to instant provisioning, as they still require physical hardware racking and testing. Removing the human decision-maker from range selection eliminates the wait time while removing the statistical probability of a network overlap. This automation also solves the most dangerous unseen threat in multi-IP hosting, the clerical error of double assignment. In a manual system, network lag between a server update and a billing spreadsheet update can cause the same dedicated IP to be assigned to 2 different clients. The consequence is silent. A supposed dedicated IP secretly acts as a shared IP, destroying footprint isolation without ever throwing an error code. This diagram illustrates the core engineering solution: atomic reservation. An IP address is claimed, verified, and written to all records in a single, unbreakable operation, making double assignment structurally impossible. This underlying architecture also changes how network scaling and upgrades occur. Adding capacity to a running network used to require server migrations, scheduled downtime, and long DNS propagation windows. Through the new live attachment process, auxiliary IPs are bridged directly into the running server environment while it actively handles traffic. The primary IP remains entirely untouched while the new ranges are verified and attached. Because the connection is unbroken, SSL certificates, cron jobs, and mail routing remain perfectly intact without requiring reconfiguration. Scaling an SEO network is now a live injection of capacity, rendering scheduled maintenance windows and client down obsolete. Automated orchestration raises a natural concern for technical operators regarding their manual control over the network. The dividing line is clear. The platform handles basic defensive defaults, executing diversity checks, and providing same-day IP reclamation upon cancellation. Deliberate operator commands belong to the IP Manager tool, which remains dedicated to intentional manual routing. Operators retain the ability to manually reassign any Class C IP to any specific domain in their network with a single click. Highly specific infrastructure choices, like configuring reverse DNS records or targeting specific geographic ranges, still route through human support to ensure precise execution. Search indexing relies on URLs, treating the underlying, easily swapped IP architecture purely as a technical footprint mechanism that must be managed. SEO hosting management in 2026 elevates the operator from slow manual clerical work to high-level instant network strategy.